Hey, don't say a word. Look natural. I got this.
Well, hey, Coach.
Well, hey, Roscoe.
It's Tony.
Same thing. He was driving.
Coach, you really got to get over this Dukes thing.
Hey, same time tomorrow, Roscoe?
It's Tony.
The Dukes are back at the Cajun Country Jam 4th of July Living.
Let's hope for LSU's sake that the performance on the field this weekend in Alex Box will be a little bit better than we just saw. Just kidding, Coach, but hello everyone and welcome into sports. From the big screen to the diamond, and if recent performance is any indication, Coach Paul Mainieri picked the right career path. His LSU baseball team is red hot with not only wins in 22 of 25 to start the season, but on the stat sheets. Just how good is this LSU ball club? A combined .332 batting average leads the entire nation and has many wondering how this team even lost 3 games. Teams are lucky to get a .400 average player this far into the season, once in a great number of years, but at this point, 2 Tigers through 25 games on that blistering place at the plate. Both over .400 averages, Cade Civic and Andrew Stevenson look to continue their record numbers, outslugging their opponents by 110 points on an average of a 4-run difference per game. Those numbers could decrease slightly as they hit the meat of the SEC schedule, but who knows with a team that just put up 16 on the Razorbacks and 18 on the Rebels. But for Mainieri, there is still room to grow.
I told him that one of the things that I do think we need to improve upon is in-game adjustments when we see what pitchers are doing to our hitters. And so every periodically during the course of games, I want him to group the hitters together to evaluate and analyze what the pitchers are doing to help our hitters have a better game plan when they go up to hit. I think knowledge is power, and the more they know about what the pitcher's trying to do to them, the better prepared they are when they step in there.
John Calipari's squad is a spotless 36-0 this season with his Wildcats, but for head coach Beth Torina, she might have to be asking, is this town big enough for the both of us? Because move over, Lexington, another impressive record is coming to the Bluegrass State. Number 1 LSU softball and their 34-1 record traveled to take on Kentucky with performance on pace to set the all-time record met by the 1992 UCLA team, 54-2. Bianca Bell is chasing a record nearly 20 years in the books, as her .554 average is not far off from rewriting the record books. Savannah Dwakelich leads the Tigers with 13 home runs for the Lady Tigers, but they are not looking ahead past this one.
I don't think that we feel pressure to defend a ranking. I mean, it doesn't matter who's ranked number 1 right now. It matters who's ranked number 1 on June 1st.
You know, we have our work cut out for us without question with Kentucky. They do such a great job of preparing for their opponents. They're coming off being swept. I think that's a bad spot to be in for us because I think they typically respond really well to that in their history, but they're a great team. They're well coached. They will be well prepared. So, you know, we're going to have our work cut out for us.
First pitch at John Kropp Stadium in Lexington is scheduled for 5 p.m. tomorrow. A perfect 7-0 conference record, the first time in school history for Dee Bro, so it only seems fair to give her the 7th SEC Coach of the Year award in her career, along with an SEC Specialist of the Year award going to a 4-time SEC champ. Dee Bro shared the Coach of the Year honors with Auburn's Jeff Graba after records in nearly every category, including a new overall team record. But it was Lamencia Hall who can say she played a big part of that, collecting the 2nd annual SEC Specialist Award after a nation's #1 performance on the floor. Her 4th SEC title last week makes her only the 2nd gymnast in conference history to win 4 titles in the same event. She added 2 perfect scores along the way to make her the only high-flying gymnast to do that this season in the country. Her 31 4 titles in her career leaves her #1 in LSU history. They return to action in Ames, Iowa on April 4th for the NCAA Regionals. Winner of the Junior PGA Championship came with a nice trophy and a little paycheck for an LSU golf commit, Sam Burns, but that victory is still paying off in a big way as the junior status becomes the land of the big boys today. 18-year-old Shreveport native and future Tiger Sam Burns will take part this weekend in the Valero Texas Open in San Antonio, who earned a spot in 2014 junior title that included past winners of the likes of Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson. Burns is ranked the #9 amateur in the world and a #1 junior golfer. He is the reigning Rolex Junior Player of the Year and also earned a spot in the FedEx St. Jude Classic later this year. LSU beefed up its non-conference schedule a bit for the next 2 years after signing a deal with Wake Forest Demons for a home-and-home series beginning next season in Baton Rouge, with a trip to Winston-Salem, North Carolina planned for the 16-17 season. Wake Forest is a member of the ACC and finished 13-9 overall and a 5-9 conference play record. Tomorrow, young men will get their last chance to make their dream become reality of becoming a professional football player when they prove themselves in front of scouts all over the world at the Charles McClendon practice facility. The SEC Network will be on hand beginning their coverage at noon as head coaches and GMs from around the league are hoping to find their missing piece. The field will not be as loaded as last season with the likes of Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry, and Zach Mettenberger, but they took the stage this year. Will include projected first-round offensive lineman Lyle Collins, as well as a host of other Tigers looking to put their foot in the door, such as running backs Kenny Hilliard, Terrence McGee, and the other side with Daniil Hunter and Orozco. One last fun note as we wrap up today's sports, LSU takes the inaugural Helmet Madness crown as fans voted in the best college football helmet for CBSSports.com. That is all the time we have today for sports, but more Newsbeat is coming your way. Well, maybe a little Christian Berto later on, too. We'll see. We'll see you guys later.